is a triangle formed by 3 points. At the beginning, you have a set of high-dimensional data, and then you have to choose the extreme point to form the initial convex hull. After the convex hull is formed, you iterate through each phase and then identify the outside points. If the point is above a phase and is outside of the convex hull, and then you go into the big for loop. It also select the extreme points in the outside set, and then identify the visible faces for the point, and then use the visible faces and the extreme point to form new convex hull. And then you identify the new set of outside points until the outside set is empty. So how to identify the relative position for the relative position for the points to the face? I use some linear algebra technique. I connect the OA and then use OA, AB, AC to find the linear combinational relationship for the OS, OY, and OZ. For the type of OS point, the U is less than 1 and larger than 0. For Y, which is directly above the face, is larger than 1. For Z, which can be in here or in here, the AB, AC can be negative, or one of AB, AC is a negative, or V divided by U or W divided by U will be larger than 1. So we can use this characteristic to identify the relative position for the point. After you identify the position, you can know the outside set, and then use the extreme point to form new faces like this one. So you find all the points above a face, use the algorithm I mentioned in previous slide, and then identify the extreme point and construct new faces, and then repeat these procedures. So summary for the Quick-Hop algorithm. This is a more abstract version for the Quick-Hop algorithm. I think it is useful because some programmer may want to modify the algorithm to come up with a better implementation. But this more abstract version can help you understand the overall algorithm better. After the algorithm finish, you can get a convex hull like that, and this is one of my typical result. So let's go through the typical go through the abstract algorithms. You have to find the initial hub, and then partition it into partition the points into the outside set, and for each phase with non-empty outside set, you select the furthest point in the set, and then find the visible faces for the point, and then connect it to for a new convex hull, and then use a new convex hull to find the outside set again, and repeat this procedure until the outside set is empty. So let's talk about what's the challenge I face in this project. I thought QHAL algorithm is a complex algorithm because it had to handle many complex scenarios. Um, it's hard to debug because you have to look at the result and then you have to look at the result and then use your knowledge to identify what's the bug. It also takes a long time to do the computation. It maybe there's a way to improve the computing, but it has to go through points again and again. And at the beginning, I think this quick help algorithm can be an online algorithm, which means it can when a new input is coming out, you can proceed immediately. You don't have to know the all input at the beginning, but later I found it has to find the extreme points for the algorithm, so it has to know the input at the beginning. Maybe there's a potential for improvement in the future. Geometric computation is a big topic in computer science. It may take time to learn it. I still think it's difficult to visualize high-dimensional data, but use the basic property which is the convexity to organize the high-dimensional data. It's a way for the visualization. Which is easy and good way for the visualization. Then I reach a conclusion. For my project, I think it's intuitive to track the iterations. Because we can understand the 3D world easily, and then look at how the algorithm progress in the functions. High-dimensional data can be organized in convex hop. I have shown you the QHAL algorithm. A three-dimensional visualization is not popular because except the basic property for the high-dimensional data, the other graphs are pretty complex and not intuitive. The algorithm can be complex. I come up with some possible solutions. The algorithm can have a more stable implementation because it's difficult to implement it. If someone can have stable implementation and then more people can use it, it can be popular. This is my presentation. If you have any question, please ask me and email me. Thank you.